All right, I get it. I'm gonna get it off my chest, and then we're gonna move forward because we're adults, okay? I had an Xbox, and I like it more than PlayStation, and there are some times where I like it more than a Nintendo console.
Oh my God.
Does that make me a bad person? A little bit. I'm a bit of a degen, but that's okay. Because Xbox Live formed me into what I was supposed to be, and not a conservative racist in a party chat. I just have to make that clear. Let's get started with the actual video. All right, the reason that I bring up my Xbox heritage is because Phil Spencer sat down with Windows Central and had like kind of a heart-to-heart with him about kind of what his vision is for Xbox and what Xbox and Game Pass and all of these features that they have are gonna do going forward, how they're handling Activision Blizzard, and all of this other kind of stuff. And can I just say right off the bat that I think Phil Spencer is like one of my favorite gaming CEOs of all time. There are some that are just like absolutely trash, like all of Activision Blizzard pretty much, and just a bunch of different degens from all sorts of different gaming companies. And there are just people who are like twisting words and things like that. And Phil Spencer's just a gamer, dude. At the end of the day, Phil Spencer's just a gamer. And yes, there are some times where he says something and then it doesn't happen. But at the end of the day, maybe that's just not his fault. Maybe we should just like Phil. He's a guy named Phil. Like Uncle Phil. Let's just hang out. You know, let's just chill. Windows Central asked a lot of really good questions when they sat down with Phil Spencer, and I think the first thing that they asked was a really good question using a quote from their CFO, Tim Stewart, about bringing Xbox Game Pass and all of its features to PlayStation and to Nintendo and all sorts of different platforms. And Phil Spencer was pretty quick to just be like, nah, no, we're not, let's relax on that for like half a second. He said he wanted to focus on Xbox hardware users because those are the people who bought into the Xbox platform. They bought into Xbox and all of the things that that means and just all of the systems and hardware that they put in place. And he wants to make sure that they have a great experience going forward as well. And I think that's kind of smart because at the end of the day, if you don't have like a good hardware complement to your software, what are you really doing? You know, Microsoft Office technically works on a Mac computer, but at the end of the day, it's going to work best with Microsoft integrations on Windows. And so what are you trying to do if you're not trying to mix your hardware and your software? Apple is a perfect example of how mixing hardware and software just creates amazing results. So it makes sense that Phil Spencer wants to move this way with Xbox Game Pass and making sure all those features are set for those consumers. The next thing that they asked about was the main thing that I took away from the article, and I think is the most important thing that Phil Spencer said and kind of gave you the vision of what Xbox is going to do in the future, and that is talking about Xbox Game Pass and PC Game Pass and how we're integrating PC and Xbox hardware, because again, Microsoft and Xbox are like the same thing pretty much. And so being able to integrate those systems, enabling crossplay across platform, enabling cloud saves that just sync and work, pick up wherever you need to, and the things that they want to do with mobile gaming and handheld PCs, and how they've adapted Xbox to do all the things that they want to do and maintain innovating in that space. The biggest thing that he said that I want to kind of take away is, quote, "We've been pushing for crossplay, cross-save, cross-progression for so long. To see where I pick up a game and my progress on my console shows up on this handheld in a native way, it's not just cloud streaming. And I can play on the airplane or I can play when I'm disconnected. I think that's vitally important to where we're trying to go." And I think this is a fantastic thing to kind of pinpoint exactly where I think gaming is going in the future. And if I can go like off of the Microsoft tangent for like 2 seconds and just talk about what I think cloud gaming is going to bring to the environment, I think it's going to make gaming, especially PC gaming, and all of the titles that a Steam or that an Xbox or that PlayStation even in certain respects, EA, Blizzard, all of these companies can bring to a PC space, can bring to a native Windows space, is going to make it so that we can have all of these titles and just a more universal gaming experience together as users and gamers that just allows us to pick up anywhere we want to go, have really cheap hardware to push all of this data and push all this gameplay that we want to do, and just kind of standardize the process for everybody so that at the end of the day, people can just game. People can just game for the love of the game. And I feel like that's Phil Spencer's like entire mantra, is being able to just game for the love of gaming. And I feel like cloud gaming, whether it's Microsoft or PlayStation or all these other different companies trying to do it, I feel like that's kind of where cloud gaming is trying to go. Yes, it's going to be extremely on a service. You're going to hope that these games have a service, and those are separate discussions about gaming hardware hardware itself and whether you can have a game or do you really own a game if it's a virtual copy, that kind of thing. But I think overall cloud gaming could be a really awesome experience. And it's another thing, going into his conversation about Activision Blizzard and how he wants to handle those teams, about one of the things that he wants to revive about the actual Activision Blizzard experience and some things that gamers have been missing because Activision Blizzard just didn't have the hands to build up teams to work on old games and old servers and things like that, and maybe be able to just maintain servers that can play things like older World of Warcraft saves and StarCraft and things like that, that games are just going to be able to be available. And so I think if we're pushing that direction, if we're pushing in a way that we're actually gonna see games continue to like come out and be saved and stay there forever, and it's not just gonna be like, oh, well, we can't maintain the server maintenance, so we're just gonna kill it. Like, that could be a massive move in the right direction. And again, if there's that ideology going into it starting, I think it's a really good start. Yes, was this a little bit Xbox shilly of an episode for you? Probably. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section down below or in our community Discord, where you can share all of your thoughts and feelings about what you think about Xbox hardware, PlayStation hardware, where cloud gaming is going, or whatever you want to talk about. Go ahead and click the link down below to join our community Discord. But I want to hear you guys' conversation piece about it. I want you guys to like let me know what you think. I feel like I was a little bit Xbox shilly in this episode, but I do love a lot of the things that they're doing, and moving forward, they're getting a little monopolistic, but like if they can have good intentions going into it, I'm not gonna be that mad, because like monopolies are just inevitable. That sounds so terrible and sad and just yeah, sad. Let me know what you guys think about everything that I talked about today in the comment section down below. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Go check out this video because, I don't know, it got some views and I figure you might like it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, bye.